For Morningstar, I'm Jeremy Glazer. I'm here today with John Hale. He's the head of our sustainability research, and he's going to talk to us about the best ways to use our new sustainability rating for funds. John, thanks for joining me.
Good to be here.
So let's talk about if you're an individual investor, you see this new sustainability rating. What's the best way to use it? How do you integrate it into your research process?
Well, I think a great way to use it for investors interested in improving the sustainability profile of their portfolio overall is to use it as a first cut, potentially, meaning, take the ratings in the categories that you're interested in. Maybe take the 4 or 5 globe-rated funds. That's the top third of the universe. And then go about your normal process of evaluating funds. So that would be, looking at things that you're interested in, like style, process. Certainly, if it's an analyst-rated fund, to refer to that as well.
So how's that process going to differ between intentional funds that maybe have a sustainability mandate and a conventional mutual fund?
Well, it doesn't really differ any at all, except for the fact that with an intentional fund, now with our ratings, we can assess how well they're living up to their mandate. That wasn't possible before. We just had to sort of rely on taking their word for it. But one of the things that's very interesting about, I think, our new rating is that investors who are interested in sustainability now have a wider universe to choose from. Those intentional funds that you mentioned are only 2-3% of the universe. So it's not necessarily possible for every sustainable investor out there to invest in them. They may not be available in the platform that they're investing on. So we're really expanding the universe of funds that are acceptable or that may be acceptable to sustainable investors.
So what's the best way to kind of interpret that globe rating? If you see something with a 1 or 2 globe, does that mean that they're doing a terrible job in sustainability? Does it just mean that they're doing worse than the peers in their category?
Well, it means they're doing worse than the peers in their category. So if you have a 1 or a 2 globe rating, it means you're in the bottom third of your category. And it also, I think, would be some indicator that perhaps this is not a fund that's paying very close attention to these issues, but it would certainly be something that would be worth a conversation, with the fund's management on what they're thinking about in terms of sustainability or whether they are at all.
But are some categories just generally much better at sustainability than other categories? How do you sort that out?
There are some categories that overall score better than others. So one of the things that investors can do to kind of assess this certainly is look at the category average sustainability score. And there certainly could be funds in one category that have the same sustainability score as funds in another category, but because of the differences in the overall category averages, they could score differently.
So how does this rating compare to other ratings that our users might be used to, the analyst rating, the medalist rating, like gold, silver, bronze, or the star rating?
Well, very important actually to point out that this rating is different because it's purely a portfolio-based rating. It's not based on performance, either the backward-looking performance of the star rating or the forward-looking sort of projection of an analyst rating that says, we believe these are funds that get medals. These are funds that are going to outperform their category or benchmark on a go-forward basis. So in that sense, it has to be used in conjunction with other metrics and analytics before either selecting a fund or trying to switch out funds based on a sustainability rating.
So not a buy-sell signal on its own, but part of the process.
Right, part of the process.
Well, John, thanks for sharing how to use these ratings today.
Thank you.
For Morningstar, I'm Jeremy Glazer. Thanks for watching.